This is Intellectual, and welcome back to another anime review. In today's anime review, I will be reviewing Sword Art Online Season 2, or just Sword Art Online 2. So, to basically come off of that last review of the first season, Season 2 kind of picks up after a little bit after the first season, and Kirito is basically asked, spoilers I guess, about Season 1, if you haven't watched Season 1, about what happens, but they do end up getting out of the Sword Art Online game. But Kirito is out, and a government guy asks Kirito to go investigate this new game called Gun Gale Online, saying that there was this person named Death Gun who would fire a gun at someone in the game and then they would suddenly die in the real world. So people could log out and all that, but someone was killing people and Kirito was sent in to investigate to figure out why. And then he meets this girl named Sinon, and she's kind of a badass rifle girl, and he ends up connecting with her, not in a relationship way, but in a friend way, and different things like that, and then they end up pairing together to try to figure out the mystery behind Death Gun and what's going on. So it's kind of more of the same. She probably does end up falling for him. So another girl added to the Kirito harem, but, whatever. It is what it is. But Gun Gale Online and Sword Art Online 2 is, it's pretty much a PvP, a person versus person shooting game where you pretty much just fight other people with, guns and all that. Of course, there is this laser swords, like a freaking lightsaber almost, that you can use, but they don't recommend it. But of course, Kirito of course uses it because swords and all that, but that's just that. And then, so that's kind of the premise of the first half, because then they change it and it's weird, but so it's really good and badass with the gunfighting and all that. And it's actually more slow paced. So if you didn't like the fast pace in Sword Art Online, you'll like the slow pace in the Season 2. So this is weird for me because the characters aren't really any different. There's not really new characters except for one, Sinon, who is basically she lives alone and she has an issue about guns. Guns make her throw up in real life and stuff, but she basically makes money professionally playing Gun Gale Online as a sniper and is really good and just really confident in her skill. But she's also a bit timid in the real world, whereas in the game she's more strong. And that's basically what I'm going to say about her for now, I guess. So that's Sinon. Not really much to say about characters because the characters for the most part are the same. So now we can go to the art and animation. The art and animation, of course, are done splendidly, beautifully, awesomely. And it's a nice different change because in Gun Gale Online it's more dark, more gritty than the bright Sword Art Online world that you saw before. So in Season 2 it's a nice different change, but it's still good. It's still awesome, and the fights and animation are awesome too. Still good as always. The music gets a little deduction because they didn't really add much. There is a couple tracks that are added. The music's still good, don't get me wrong, but it's kind of more of the same. And the tracks that they did add is kind of similar, still somewhat similar, but some of it's okay. But the music is still pretty good nonetheless. So my own personal thoughts and feelings. I think Gun Gale Online does, as I said, not Gun Gale Online, Sword Art Online 2 does redeem Asuna in the second half a little bit from what they did to her in the first season. So there's that. If that was a problem for you, it does fix that. Just not in the first half. But overall, it's really more about of the same with maybe slower pacing in the first half of Sword Art Online 2. So there's that. I think it's an alright series. I don't, in my personal opinion, I don't think it's as good as the first series, but it's still not bad. It's not really bad or anything. It's still nice. I mean, more if you like the characters and like Sword Art Online, it's just more of the same pretty much. So I think you'll fit right in and like it. So with that, do I recommend the series? I do. If you've watched the first season, watch the second season. You'll get more of the same and more of what you like. If you hated Sword Art Online 1, then don't watch it because you're not going to like Season 2. But they do fix some of the issues. Not all, but some. So, do I like Sword Art Online 2? Yeah, I do. I think it's okay to watch. But if you really don't want to watch it, then that's fine. I think you could pass it if you really wanted to. But I do think it's still fine. It's fine. And I like it all the same. So, I give Sword Art Online Season 2, or Sword Art Online 2, a 5.5 out of 10, and I do recommend it, but if you want to skip it, that's fine too. But if you like Sword Art Online or just stuff like that, then you'll still enjoy it. So I think you can get enjoyment out of it. So with that has been it for me. I've been Intellectual, and if you like the video, please consider to like the video, comment below, and talk about anything you want or about what you think about Season 2. No spoilers, please, by the way. And yeah, and if you like my content and want more, please consider subscribing. Thanks again for watching. I will see you guys in the next video.